So here we are back on Beauty Beyond the Looks, and I just want to bring to your attention, to find beauty beyond the looks, almost in everything. For this, you can go any direction with this subject, but for today, I want you to think about your own skin. I want you to think about your own body. Do you like yourself? Do you not like yourself? What can you change and what can you not change? Beyond just beyond the scientific matter, in your own personality, in your inward thoughts and heart. That's what I'm talking about, that you could change, in order to appreciate and value your own self for being in your own skin. For example, us shorter people, I'm 5'4", around there, and there was times where I wish I was taller. There was times where I wish I had like the model status height, and the slim and the slim complex of a model. Yeah, I'm slim, but I'm not tall, and there was times where I wish I was tall, but we can't change things like that, and we need to learn to appreciate ourselves for how we were created. Think about the benefits that you have because of who you are that others don't. There's things you can offer because of how you are that others can't. Like, for example, let's say you forget your keys, and your window's too small, the window that's available for you to break into your own house, let's say the window's too small, and the tall person, because pretty much they're bigger, they're not going to fit through that window, but because we're smaller and slimmer, some of us, will be able to fit through that window and we'll be inside our house in no time. Think about little random things like that, that you have the benefit and others don't. And yes, tall people sometimes have the benefit to have a wider view on things than we do, talking about an eye level, not like mentally or anything, but just think about those benefits that you have, that you can offer, or the fact that some of us are slim and some of us are a little bit more on the heavier side, on the wider side. Think about things like that. What can you change, or what do you have to accept, about yourself? Just think about those things. If there's things that you could change, then go for it. If you're not happy about yourself, then go for it. But also, let's learn to accept ourselves for how we were created. For example, there's some, I talk about girls because I'm a girl, like I said before, so I'm always going to hit directly to girls because I am one and I know what it's like to be one. If the shoe fits for any male out there, then take it, make this message fit for you, but for females, some of us, we look at the girls out there, and they have like a wider, bulkier, if I can call it that, complex, some of us are really skinny, like myself. I'm really skinny and I just can't get weight, and I'm not that curvy, like some girls out there, and the guys, well, most of the time, in this society, guys like girls that have the big curves, and some of us girls that don't. What do? We go out there and we get plastic surgery and we get fake boobs and fake butts, and we fix our face and our nose and our eyebrows, and we make ourselves look however we want ourselves to look. Learn to value yourself for who you are. If someone doesn't appreciate you for the way you already look or the way you already are, learn to appreciate yourself. You know, you don't need to go to those extremities to try to please everybody else. You know that's the truth. But if you're so sure about your plastic surgery decisions, then go for it. But I also want all of you out there that you don't have that money, and in reality it's not necessary. It's really not necessary. We all know, or we should all know, that we were all created in a certain way for a certain reason, and it's just a matter of us valuing ourselves for who we are and how we were created, you know? Physically speaking, if I may share a word with you all, in this book, from this book, you can't really see the letters, Holy Bible. Some of you might think, you know, this is a religious video, or if you're not religious or whatever. But let me tell you, this book, it's beyond religious. It's actually a lot of the times like love letters, you know, for us humans out here that we're so stuck in ourselves and our own mentality, you know, that's limited most of the time. We're stuck in a little picture frame, you know, and there's more to life. There's more beauty out there that we could see that we don't see, you know. A lot of the times, I've read this a lot of times, you know, you close your eyes to feel, you know, like when you kiss, why do you close your eyes? You know, because there's beauty on things that you cannot see. You know, why? Because you cannot necessarily see love, but you feel it, you know. Or when you go outside and you feel the fresh air, you know, you close your eyes, you can't, or even with your eyes open, you can't see it, but you feel it. And then if it's like a breezy, fresh wind, you know, it feels so good, right? You know, the wind, it feels fresh and just relaxing, you know, like think about things like that. There is beauty beyond the things that you cannot see. And this book right here, I'm going to share it to you guys, just a little part that this was written probably over 2,000 years ago by the psalmist David. He was like the most, like, I don't know, I would say the most popular songwriter ever that ever existed, because he wrote over like 90 psalms, which means songs, you know. But anyways, chapter 139, verse 13, it says, "For you formed my inward parts, you covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret. Your eyes saw my substance being yet unformed, and in your book they all were written, the days fashioned for me when as yet there were none of them. How precious are also all your thoughts to me, O God! How great is the sum of them." So, what does that tell us? That tells us that we were fearfully and wonderfully made in His image. Also in Genesis it says we were made in His image. And if you noticed, He already wrote all our days in a book. All our days were written before we were even created. But He had already thought of us, of our existence. So think about that, you know, who you are, and everything was for a reason. You know, everything has a purpose beyond the sun, and it's beyond vanity. You know, beyond the looks, beyond the things that you could obtain or hold on to physically, you know. Just think about those things. Beauty beyond the looks, you know. Learn to accept yourself. Learn to accept yourself for who you are. What do you have to offer? Value the heart. Value the inward parts, you know. Think about how intricate or how difficult, you know, our body is. You know, what makes it hold together? You know, the substance that makes us hold together. We're a bunch of particles put together, basically. Particles, if you want to call it that, you know, like the blood vessels, you know, the white and the red blood cells, you know, we got veins. We got hair, we got eyes. Like, how does everything stick together in one place? You know, it's like so intricate. Think about these things, you know. It doesn't matter what skin color you are. I'm really pale. It doesn't matter, you know. Some people have perfect skin tones or way lighter than me, you know. It doesn't matter, you know. There's more to life. There's more beauty, you know. Think about your heart. What can you offer, you know? Lift somebody up, you know. Um, think about things like that. Appreciate and value yourself, you know. Just who cares about the way we look? You know, my hair might not be perfectly done today. We're in the process of moving out of this house, but just had to make this video before I leave, you know. Value yourself for who you are. You know, it does not matter if we're short, if we're tall, if we are on the heavier side or the thinner side. You know, I struggled trying to gain weight most of my life, and I just couldn't. And you know, I gave up. Now I'm like, who cares if I gain weight or not? I'm just gonna be healthy, work out, you know, do what I gotta do to just stay healthy and stay positive. You know, who cares? You know, whether I have a lot of curves or not, you know, that's beyond the point. Who cares about those things? You know, there comes a point where, you know, there's life after this one. So where's it gonna be? You know? Beyond that, the looks won't matter no more, you know? If you have a lot of clothes or beautiful hair or not. It's really not gonna matter. It's all vanity. So think about that. Value yourself. Think about your inward beauty before you think about your exterior beauty. And yeah, balance it out, you know? And I guess that's all for today. Just think about beauty beyond your looks, acceptance. And if you want to change something, then go for it, you know? But make sure it's not because you're trying to please somebody else, but rather for yourself, you know? Have inward peace, you know? Appreciate yourself, value yourself, just because of the fact that God made you. You were fearfully and wonderfully made, every one of us. You know, He already had our days written in a book, you know. And we might not know our future, and we sure know our past, you know, some of us. But we can't live in the past, and we cannot sit there and hunt for our future. We can live in the present and make the best of it so that our future goes well for us. So don't ignore the fact that God made you. You were fearfully and wonderfully made, and acknowledge Him every single day, and you'll start seeing beauty beyond the looks in almost everything. Take care.